Good afternoon, everyone. It's Robert from My Turntable. Hope you had a great afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon, um, but I'll be posting this tomorrow, Sunday, if that makes any sense. Again, just got home from work, so not going to be posting anything today. But I thought I'd share with you today my Rush collection. I think I've shown this before a while ago. I've got all their studio albums and a couple other things. So I just thought I'd have some fun and share with you. Of course, Rush is a band that you either hate or love. There's rarely no in between. I absolutely love them. I know there's some people that don't, which is your choice, obviously, for sure. But one of Canada's and one of North America's greatest bands ever. Worldwide, super famous, amazing progressive rock albums, and you got the professor in Neil Peart, the amazing drummer that they gained after their first studio album, and formed in Toronto way back in 1968. Of course, you've got the amazing Getty Lee on vocals and bass and keyboards as well, and Alex Lifeson, one of the greatest guitarists ever. And also does some. Getty Lee and Alex did mainly the writing of the music, and Neil Peart was mostly the lyrics. I do love their initial debut album with John Rutsey on drums, and but once Neil joined, it remained the same all the way through their music career, and just have some fun and show some awesome albums. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each album because, again, I've gone through this, but I just thought it'd be fun on a Sunday to show you some. Even though it's Saturday, I'll be posting this Sunday. You know what I mean. But here we go. I've got two versions of this, and I'll kind of go around full circle and come back to this one. But their debut album, still one of my favorite debut albums out there. This is Led Zeppelin, like it's heavy. It's they're just finding their way, hence the first song on the album, Finding My Way. Real rock and roll. John Rutsey does an amazing job. Working Man, if you haven't heard Working Man, or even seen the later version of Working Man, this goes to show you how great Alex Lifeson was as a guitarist. But great. 1974 release, their debut album. Then you got Fly By Night, 1975. This is when Neil joined the band, and they went off on that journey that I was talking about. Awesome stuff. Then you got the dark and heavy, kind of on its own, because it's really out there lyrically. Takes a moment to listen and get into it, but you've got 1975's Caress of Steel. But once you get into this and really understand it, it's an amazing album. Then you've got 2112, their Opus. This was with Caress of Steel. They were kind of almost on the outs with their record company, and they needed something to boost their career again and get them back into good standings with the record company. And they didn't want to follow any trends either. They came out with this, and it just blew everyone away. 2112, for sure. And then after that, you've got A Farewell to Kings. Awesome album. And then you've got Hemispheres, 1978 Hemispheres. I've got two versions of this. I've got a remastered version. It not only has the original album, but you've got Live at Ping Pop Festival, June 4th, 1979, and Live in Arizona, November 20th, 1978. And they do a whole 2112 on that one. But this is an amazing album, for sure. From that, you've got Permanent Waves, 1980 release, Spirit of Radio, Free Will. This is kind of their beginning of their commercial success string. I also have a remastered copy of that as well. You've got the original album on disc 1. Disc 2, it's kind of hard to read, sorry with the light. Permanent Waves World Tour in 1980. I love these remastered versions. Plus, you get a different cover than the original. Even though I do love the original cover, you get a different cover with that remastered. And then you've got their most commercially successful album, I'm sure, in Moving Pictures, 1981 release. This is, again, where they just shone, with Tom Sawyer, Red Barchetta, XYZ, About Toronto Airport, Limelight, The Camera's Eye, Witch Hunt, and Vital Signs. Almost every song on here is a hit. And again, I got the remastered version of that one as well. You don't have that one. You got Live and YYZ 1981 on disc 2 and 3. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. After that, you have Signals, another great album. Subdivisions, Analog Kid, Digital Man, New World Man. Awesome stuff. And then you have Grace Under Pressure, 1984. Another banger of an album. Distant Early Warning, Red Sector A, Body Electric, Kid Gloves. Good stuff. And then you've got Power Windows. This is when they kind of went off in a different direction, more less guitar, more synthesizers. But Big Money's on here. Getting into the 80s, different sound from the band. Maybe this is where a lot of people were lost with the band. I'm not sure. I tried to follow them all the way through. After that, you've got Hold Your Fire, 1987 release. This is a decent album as well. And then from this cool box set, here there's Presto, 1989. Show Don't Tell is on here. The Past, War Paint, Scars, Presto, the title track, Superconductor. Decent album, for sure. And then you've got Roll the Bones, 1991. I've got 2 copies of that. I've got one from the box set and the CD on its own. I do have some vinyl coming up, just to let you know. And then you've got, after Roll the Bones, you've got Counterparts. Stick It Out is cool. Nobody's Hero is good. Alien Shore. Leave That Thing Alone. Decent album. And then you've got Test for Echo, 1996 release. Test for Echo, Drive on Half the World, Time and Motion. Don't listen to this one much, but it's a decent album. And then after that, you got Vapor Trails, 2002. One Little Victory, Ghost Rider, Vapor Trail, the title track, Earthshine. I've got Snakes and Arrows from the box set. It's upside down, sorry. 2007. And I also have a CD copy as well. The Larger Bowl, Spin. There's not a lot of songs on here that I listen to much, but I love the back cover as well. It's a cool shot. Their last one, Clockwork Angel, is amazing. I really like that. It ends like you've got Caravan, Busby, Clockwork Angels, the title track, The Anarchists, Halo Effect. The Garden is just beautiful. Their last song ever, as far as a studio album, and it's just, if you've seen the video of it, it is gorgeous. There's a nice photo of the band there. I think this album is amazing. The album is amazing. Just a couple of quick ones before I get into the vinyl. There's Envy of None, which is a offshoot or a kind of a super group that Alex Lifeson did in 2021. You got bassist Andy Curran, another Canadian artist, vocalist Maya Wine, and guitarist and keyboardist Alfio Anibalina. Um, and it's a completely different album than what you hear on any Rush album. But it was quite surprising, quite good. Um, yeah. And from Getty Lee, My Favorite Headache, debut solo album from Getty, November 14, 2000. It's a decent album as well. I've only listened to it a couple of times. I should get back and listen to it again. But you got Getty Lee, Ben Mink on electric and acoustic guitars, violins and violas, Matt Cameron on drums. Yeah, I should listen to this one again. There's also a compilation from the band Feedback, kind of their release in 2004. This was 8 cover songs that they did, kind of favorites of the band during the 60s. So you got Summertime Blues, Heart Full of Soul, For What It's Worth, The Seeker, Mr. Soul, 7 and 7 Is, Shape of Things, Crossroads. Really, really good. Cool covers. They did a good job on covering that, and love it. And finally, as far as CDs go, All the World is Stage. This is one of the best concerts ever by Rush, I'm sure. And this one came out in 1976 at Massey Hall in Toronto, June 11th to 13th in 1976. This one blew me away when I had it. I had it on vinyl way back when, and of course did that stupid thing and got rid of all my vinyl. But an amazing, amazing live album. Bastille Day Anthem, Fly By Night, In the Mood, Something for Nothing, Lakeside Park, 2112, The Hole, Side 1, By Tor and the Snow Dog, In the End, Working Man, Finding My Way, which is amazing, and What You're Doing from their debut album. As far as vinyl, 2112, love it. And I also have from, I believe, Germany, in concert. Is it Kiel Auditorium? I believe it's in Germany. Maybe not. Anyway, it's on purple vinyl. I won't show you the vinyl today. Then I got a rough cover copy of Hemispheres, but the vinyl plays nice. And Moving Pictures, of course, one of their greatest albums. And finally, doing that whole 360 turn back to their debut album in this beautiful box set that has not only the original album, it's got some cool photos of the band. Okay, there's John Rutsey there. And then you got a cool poster of the band. And you got a family tree showing all how Rush came together, basically, and all the players, because they were the Guild, they were Summertime Wind, the Lost Cause, the Protection, and then they became Rush. Jeff Jones was in there before Getty Lee. But yeah, there's a family tree, and then you have the piece de resistance, the vinyl, 180 gram vinyl. Sounds remarkable. Again, one of my favorite debut albums, and on black vinyl. And then you got some notes in here about the masters. So there you have it, guys. There's my look at Rush, my collection of all my studio albums in both vinyl and CD. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon now. Bye-bye.